Alright YouTube, so for this vlog I'm going to be reviewing the 2021 James Bond movie, No Time to Die. Now, unlike most of my other movie reviews, this movie review may contain a few spoilers, but that's part of what's going to make this vlog so unique and creative. Well, it's for the greater good of the creativity for this vlog. I wrote in my notes, I went off script there, but I love going off script, if that wasn't obvious by now. So let's wind back the clock back to autumn of 2021. 3 years ago, or coming up on 3 years, movie theaters were reopening. Well, more than just reopening, but reopening to full capacity, all seating, and movie theaters kind of went out of business for a while because everything going on in the world, and honestly I think they were kind of declining with business anyways with streaming services. But anyways, this was a movie that I absolutely love seeing in the theaters, and 3 years ago, nowadays I see any movie under the sun in theaters, but back then it was more of a special occasion. But to be honest, I wouldn't change that because I love seeing all these movies under the sun in the theater, so, you know, that's good for me, right? But as I go through my mind, I can remember the excitement and the thrill of watching No Time to Die in the theater. And this movie had definitely a handful of characters, but I found all the characters in the movie's storylines to be unique and compelling, which you can't go wrong with. And these unique and cool characters range from James Bond himself to the villains to the sidekicks to some characters that were basically cameo characters, even though they were hyped up. And yes, I'm referring to Anna's character, who was definitely left a good impact in the short amount of time she was in this movie. The movie's general premise was one that wasn't the most out-of-the-world creative or unique, but it was one I still liked, and I'm referring to sort of the protagonist or the hero. I was going to say the superhero, but he's not really technically a superhero, although kind of is in my world. But anyways, that's a point for another day. Yeah, kind of the hero coming out of retirement, and James Bond retired. He moved to Jamaica to live it up and party like it's 1999 back in 2021. I think that's the year this movie took place because it was the year the movie was released, but I don't really remember the logistics behind the timeline, but I don't really care anyways. Anyways, James Bond kind of goes out to live a new life as James Bond himself, but on a different island, and I'm running out of ideas and things to say. I gotta go back and look at my script. So yes, I did go back and look at my notes, by the way. As you can imagine, one of James Bond's old friends and agents comes to recruit him because there's a mission and something important that they need the man 007 himself for. And one of James Bond's friends comes to recruit him because he wants Bond for a mission, but Bond doesn't really care. He's done with that life. But as you can imagine, later on, he does change his mind and does get back into the action. It's like when a superhero suits up after saying never again, which I definitely love. And you know, it's funny because back in this time, 3 years ago, I had kind of similar plot lines to that with some of the Batman and DC and Marvel characters I was writing scripts for, which I definitely want to resume those scripts and talk about them. That's actually a brilliant vlog idea. I have a vlog idea within vlogging. Can't go wrong with that. 2 thumbs up for me. Okay, that was a peace sign. But this is and the movie definitely had an all-star cast, to say the least. You know, seeing this movie in the theater was definitely an experience. I feel like this movie was made for IMAX, but to be brutally honest, I'd almost forgotten about how fun this movie was to watch and how exciting and thrilling it was until I started looking up 2021 movies, and then it just hit me like a light bulb. It's like, you know, when you discover old music or reconnect with an old friend and are brought back fond memories, that's kind of what this was for me. And this movie's ending was amazing and beautiful, and I'm so happy with it. I personally would not want them to make a reboot or a remake of the James Bond series, at least not anytime soon, because I feel like this one's just a good one to wrap it up. And if they do end up making a James Bond movie series announcement tomorrow, well, then that'll be more vlog ideas for me anyway. So I guess it's a win-win in the end. So yeah, this was my No Time to Die skip back Saturday movie review. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.